Well, let us start menu today. Before creating an application, I will show the demo. So what exactly the menu means, or how menu is used in an Android application. So suppose if I open message application, okay, here the messages will be displayed, and here you have a button like using which you can go for a create new message. Okay, and I'll go back. Okay, so and you have one more button here to search the messages. Now suppose I want to add one more action here. I want to show an option to the user using which you can go for the settings. Okay, so but I don't have space here, because if I add the button here, like it may not look good. If not, I don't want to add the button here. So what else, what is the other option Android provides? Okay, so in that cases, whenever you want to add an action but you don't have the space on your screen, so at that time you can override the button called as menu button. It's an external button for which you can give an action inside your activity. Remember, for each and every page, not for an application, for each and every page in an Android application, you can use the menu button. It means I have home page here. For this home page, I can use this button. If I go to the page 2, there also I can use the menu button and I can give the action to that. Okay, so remember, you have three basic buttons here: home button, menu button, and back button. I think already we have discussed about home button and back button. Back button is used to go back or go to previous activity, and home button is used to minimize all the application and to display the home screen. Okay, so and the menu button is used to show the menu options. Okay, so now suppose if I click on this menu, okay, you can see the option here. Remember, this is your basic layout, which you can see here. On the basic layout, it is displaying another layout where you can find the settings. Okay, so now let us see how to implement this type of action in Android application. If not, how to give action to this menu button. It's an external button. And also let us see what do you mean by menu inflator. If not, what do you mean by inflators actually. So all those things I will discuss, and we will implement the menu today. Okay, so let us start the application first. I'll create one new application. Then I will try to implement this menu application or menu functionality in our main application, that is image gallery. Okay, so I'll create one new application here. So go to file, select new option, Android application project. I'll give the name as menu example. Okay, you have to follow the basic steps. So here, if you want, you can change the name. If not, you can keep as it is. Now I'll click on finish. Okay, here is your application. Just I'll zoom it. So now I won't change anything in UI or in code. Just I will select the application and I will execute the application. Just I have created one application called as menu example, and I will execute that application. Okay, so select the application, run it on the emulator. We'll check the status. Okay, application has been launched. So here is the application. Remember, I haven't changed anything in menu example. Now suppose if I click on this menu button, it is displaying settings, but we haven't changed anything. So from where it is coming? For that, you have to look into your Java code first. go to your package, open your main page or main activity. See, in all the previous applications I used to delete this option on create options menu. Okay, but this time I haven't deleted. So because of this block, it is displaying the menu. Remember, this block will be executed whenever user clicks on the menu button. Whenever user clicks on this menu button, this particular block will be executed. Okay, so let us see what is there inside this block. So the first line here, it is get menu inflator dot inflate, and it is asking for two parameters, that is your r dot menu dot main, and the second one is menu. Okay, so first let us see what is this r dot menu dot main. So where it is? As I told, if it is r dot layout dot activity main, it will be inside the resource folder, then inside the layout folder. Inside that you can find the XML file called as activity underscore main. You can check it out here. This is the resource folder, layout. Inside that you have the activity underscore main. In the same way, r dot menu dot main, it means inside the resource, inside the menu, you have the main XML file. Let us check it out. This is our resource folder. Inside that you have the menu subfolder. Okay, so inside that you have one XML file called as main XML file. Okay, so what we are doing here is, as I explained before, whenever you click on the menu button, remember this is your main layout. Okay, so whenever you click on menu button, it is displaying another layout, but it is not overlapping on the your existing one. It is coming above the, means it is not completely closing your basic XML file. Instead of that, it is displaying above the your main XML file. Okay, it means what we are doing here is we are inflating this layout, the settings layout, on the existing layout. So whenever you want to inflate the layouts, we have to use a inflator. Okay, so here to inflate the menu, Android provides a menu inflator. So here I will take menu inflator. Okay, I will give the name as inflator. If not, I will give it as m inflator is equal to get menu inflator. Okay, as I told, if you want to inflate the layouts, it means if you want to bring a layout on existing layout, we have to go for the inflator. So here I am taking one inflator, that is menu inflator. So using that inflator, I will remove this. Using that m inflator, I will inflate the layout. I have created the inflator here. Using that inflator, I am trying to inflate a layout. Which layout I am trying to inflate? That is your r dot menu dot main. Okay, when I have to inflate this, whenever you are clicking on the menu button. Okay, so and we are returning the true here. So this is about your on create options menu. Now go to your main XML file. Let us see what is there inside this. So here is the XML code. Can you see that? This is the menu XML file which contains one item and it is having the ID and it is having title called as, here it is not showing any title. Instead of that, what has happened here means, see, at string action settings. Just I'll click on this, press the control and click on this option. Okay, can you see that? Here we have defined one string already. If not, Android already defined one string here. So using that string, it is trying to display the content here. It means, see, suppose I want to use one variable in different classes. So what I will do, I have to make that variable as a static variable. I have to define it in one class. So using the class name, I can use it in all the classes. It is similar like global variables. If I want to use a variable throughout the program, so I will make one global variable and I will use it throughout the program. Okay, so in the same way, what we are doing here is we are creating one string. Look at here, we are creating one string. Okay, so with the name action underscore settings, and the content is settings. Okay, now I will display this settings in my main XML. Okay, like this you can define many strings here inside the XML file, inside your menu XML file, if not, sorry, inside the strings XML file, and you can use it anywhere in the application. So where is this strings actually? So go to your values. Here you can find the string XML. Okay, so whenever you want to define a string that can be used in different pages, so that has to be defined inside the string XML. If you want to define any dimension, like width is equal to 100 dp, height is equal to 200 dp, and if you want to use those variables in many places, then you have to define it inside the dimensions. In the same way, styles, if you want to use the style for different activities or different components, then you can define the style inside the styles.xml file and you can use it in different pages. Okay, that is about your values folder. I haven't explained this when I explained the activity lifecycle, and also menu, why we use the menu. Okay, so this is about your menu folder and values folder. Now going further, if you have any confusion here, you can directly change it here itself. You can give the text here itself, something like, I'll give it as settings. It is same as the title. What you like, if you want to display the text on a button, what you will do, you will take one parameter called as text and you will put the text inside the double quotes. In the same way, here you have to display the content under the parameter called as title. Okay, now I don't want only one button, I want to add some more components into our menu. So what I have to do, copy this and you can add it to your menu XML file. Remember, you have to change the ID. Okay, here I will make it as action, something like pics. Okay, and I will display it as images. Okay, so here I will change the ID as videos, and here I will display the text as videos. It is your wish, whatever the name you want or whatever the text or title you want to display, you can display it here. And also IDs, according to your wish you can change the IDs, but you should remember the IDs so that you can give the action based on these IDs. Okay, so now save the changes. So go to your application, execute that. Okay, so here is your application. So click on menu button now. Can you see that it is showing 3 options here? Okay, so like this, according to your requirement, you can add different items and you can give action to these items also. Now let us see how to give action to these items. Okay, for that go to the Java code. So Android provides one more method, that is on options item selected. Remember, for menu the on click listener is your on options item selected. Okay, now whenever user clicks on any item, look at here, it is providing the item for you. Okay, using this item you can understand on which item user has clicked. So let us check the conditions here and you will understand so which item has been clicked by the user. Okay, for that you can use any statement like switch, or you can go for the if else case also. So here what I will do is I will use the switch statement. Okay, so now what is the reference for us? Here it is giving the item, but how we will compare the item? We don't have any reference for that. So instead of that, what we have to do, we have to collect the ID from this item and we have to compare the ID here. Okay, so for that what I will do is first I will collect the item ID, item dot get item ID. Now that ID I will compare. So how to compare? Here I will add the ID, first ID. What is the ID for your first item? That is action settings. You can remember, you can see here ID for your first item is action underscore settings. I'll copy that and or dot ID dot, you can check it here itself, it is showing the options action underscore settings. Okay, so in the same way I will add one more case. Okay, here you can see second item is pics. Okay, and default you can use it here itself. If not, if you are confused with the default, I will remove default and I will add one more case. Okay, so action underscore videos. So now whenever user clicks on any item in the menu, so it will check the ID first, item dot get item ID. If that ID is equal to or dot ID dot action settings, just it will execute this block and it will come out of the switch statement. If not, if it is or dot ID dot action pics, it will execute this and it will come out of the loop. In the same way, it will check the ID here and it will come out of the loop. Okay, now if it is action settings, now what I have to do? So as of now I will show on toast message, toast dot make text. I think you guys remember this, how to use the toast messages. Main activity dot this. So here I'll show the message you have clicked on. Okay, I have clicked on settings. Okay, duration I'll give it as toast dot length short. Okay, then you have to show the message. Okay, I'll add it to other options also. Okay, for your case 2 and also case 3. Here user has clicked on images and here it is videos. Okay, now let us try to execute this application and let us see what will happen. So select the application and run it. Okay, so click on menu button. So it is showing the options settings, images and videos. Click on settings. It is showing the message you have clicked on settings. Okay, so now on click listener is working. Now instead of showing the message, what we can do, when our user clicks on this page, this item, we can navigate to that particular page. So let us do that first. So if you want to do that, the first step is you have to create the page. So how to create the page? You have to create the XML file first. So go to your layout. Remember, here we are not creating the menu, we are creating a separate page. So go to layout, create one new XML file. Okay, select Android XML file. So I'll give the name as page 2. Select any layout, click on finish. So here I will add one text view and I will edit that, edit text. I will display it as, this is images page. Okay, so now, so I will give action to only one button. Okay, it means I'll give action to only this particular settings. Instead of images, I'll give action to settings. You can give it, you can add it to all other options also. So instead of images, what I will do is I will edit it to settings. Okay, now after creating the XML file, next step is you have to create the Java file. So create Java file, I will name it as page2, click on finish. So here it has to extend the activity. And your activity should contain on create method. Now if you want to establish the link between your XML file and Java class, what we have to do, we have to add the statement set content view. Okay, so give the path to your XML file where it is r dot layout dot your page 2. Okay, so now after creating the page, immediately you have to add that page to the Android manifest file. Okay, so go to your Android manifest file, go to application, go down, add your activity. So it is asking for the name, so browse and select the name of your activity. Okay, okay, here it is. Select your page 2 and save the changes. Okay, I'll close the manifest file. Now your page 2 is ready. So go to the main activity. So here whenever user clicks on the your settings, we have to navigate to page 2. So how to do that? Use intent I is equal to new intent. So you have to mention the source and destination address, that is your main activity dot this and page 2 dot class. Okay, start the activity. End the statement, save the changes. Now try to execute the application. So select the application, run it. Okay, so click on the menu button here and click on settings. See, we are in the home page now. So if I click on settings, you have clicked on settings and it is moving to page 2. Okay, so this is how you can use the menu in your application and how you can give action to menu items. Now suppose if I want to display one menu in page 2 also. So because here also menu button is visible, so I want to display menu items here also. Okay, so what I have to do? So for that you have to create once again a menu XML file. Go to your menu folder create one new XML file. Go to new option, create Android XML file. Can you see that? Here it is showing the menu option. So select that. You can give the name. I'll give the name as it is menu underscore page 2. Just to understand, this page or this menu is for your page 2. Okay, so click on finish. So here is your menu XML file. So if you want to add the items, you can just type. Okay, here it is showing the item. If not, just what I will do is I will go to our previous menu and I will copy the items. Here I will copy only 2 items. Okay, so go here and you can paste it. If not, you can type. Okay, it is not difficult. You can just type item, then Android ID, and then title. Those 2 components, those 2 parameters are important. Other things you need not to bother as of now. You will understand in the upcoming sessions. Okay, so now here I will change the ID. I will make it as something like audio. Okay, and second one is playlist. Okay, so you can change the title also, playlist and audio. Okay, now let us try to inflate this layout on our page 2. So go to your page 2. So if you want to give action to your menu button, what you need, you have to use one method called as on create options menu. Okay, here it is on create options menu. Okay, so on create options menu. Now inside this, what we have to do, we have to use one menu inflator. I'll give the name as inflator, if not INF, is equal to get menu inflator. Using that inflator, you have to inflate the layout. So where is that layout? It is r dot, remember it is menu, r dot menu dot your main page 2. Okay, so then end the statement. Here you have to return true. Okay, now save the changes and execute your application. Okay, so click on the menu button. So select settings, it will go to page 2. Here is your page 2. Here also I want to show the menu, so already we have implemented that. So click on menu button here. You can see audio playlist. You can give action to these 2 components also. Okay, so using the same method like whatever we have done in the main activity, you can use the on options item selected method in your page 2 and you can give action to your menu items in page 2. Okay, so that will be the assignment for you. You have to implement the on item click listener, on menu item click listener for your page 2 and try to navigate between different pages and try to give different options. Okay, and try to display some images on your this one menu items. Okay, all those things you can try it out. All those things you can do it in the XML file itself. You can display the images also in your items. Okay, so those things will be your assignment. So in the next session I will discuss how we can implement this menu inside our main application, that is image gallery, and how we can navigate between grid view and gallery view so that user will get the good experience with the application. Okay, so that will be our next task, so that I will discuss in the next session.